I want to say a couple things about what focusing has meant to me in my life. Um, One thing may be, they're different. One thing is personal, and one thing is more intellectual. I first ran across focusing about 15 years ago when I was a graduate student at the University of Chicago, and didn't pay too much attention to it at the time. Um, some years later, and this is a sort of intellectual part, I was teaching philosophy at a college in Arizona, and I was looking for something that was different from the standard way of teaching about knowledge, which usually centers around logic and science. And I remembered the focusing, and I taught the steps. Initially, we talked about 6 steps in focusing. But the reason I liked it was because it had both a scientific foundation and a philosophical foundation that I found very sympathetic and still find sympathetic. I think it's based on evidence, and I think it's based on a kind of knowledge that underlies all of our knowledge. So that's the intellectual part. The other part is in the middle of my life, and this has been closer to me because it's been I had a very difficult time. In the middle of my life, I got very sick. And the worst of that was that it had really negative's not the right word. It had horrifying consequences for my personal life and my work life. And at the time, I took Bebe's workshops, and it was a long time before I could share some of this. Some of it I could never share, but I didn't have to. And I found that over time, just acknowledging what had happened in my life very slowly gave me the ability to heal and take all of that into my own experience, to incorporate it into my own life, and really gave me a new life. It's been helpful in every aspect of getting through those issues that happened in the middle of my life.
Yeah, I'd like to say that it's affected me in 2 aspects of my life. In my profession, I'm a therapist by training, and there's something about what focusing taught me about learning how to be present with myself on the inside has dramatically transformed my work in therapy with my clients, and just opened up a whole new way of being present with them in ways that literally have transformed how I am in my work. I can't find the words to express what that's meant to me professionally. Even more so personally, I would say that it has allowed me to open up more to my spouse, and it has really deepened the love that we feel for each other. And I'm just so profoundly grateful for that. Again, words fall short of trying to convey what that means to me. But there's just so much about this process that deepens, or at least has for me deepened my sense of humanity and my willingness and ability to connect with others, be it in a work situation or in my own relationship. And it really has been a transforming experience for me on both those levels, or in both those parts of my life.